Hey, it's Jay. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a TBR video for the last Great American Readathon, which was created by my friend Bear at TBR. At least I think they're my friend. I always am shy to call people my friend on BookTube, but yeah, created by Bear over at TBR. I will link their video and channel down in the description, so make sure to check that out. There are 6 prompts for this one. This is the first round of the Readathon, and it is inspired by folklore. Taylor's folklore, and let's get into it. So the first prompt is poetry. Read a poetry book, and I'm going to reread Night Sky with Exit Wounds by Ocean Vuong. I had to read this for a poetry class my freshman year, I believe, of college, and I was too young, I guess, and not as knowledgeable about certain topics in here then to understand it, and so I'm going to reread it, and I will probably include it in a video for season 3 of Lavender Living this next summer. So I'll probably read that first thing because it's a poetry book and it shouldn't take too long. The second prompt is to read a book with a love triangle, and I have a couple different books I think that could work with that. I'm not sure about the second one, but this is the first one I'm going to read. I'm going to read The Selection by Kira Cass. This is about, from what I can tell, this is kind of like The Bachelor, kind of, because there's 35 girls, 1 crown, and the prince, and so 1 prince with 35 girls. That sounds like The Bachelor, and that is one hell of a love triangle. It's like the biggest triangle in the world, and there's a whole bunch of little dots on it. So I'm gonna read that. The next prompt is to read a book with a gray cover. For this one, I'm ever so slightly cheating. I'm reading a book with a black cover, and that is 3 Dark Crowns by Kendara Blake. This is about 3 sisters, triplets I believe, who are like destined to fight one another when they get to a certain age, and they each have different powers, and they have to see who will become the next queen or something. But I've heard amazing things about this, and I am looking forward to this a lot. I read like 1 chapter of it a couple years ago. It didn't continue on with it for some reason. I probably had to go back to college. But cheating because it's a black cover, not a gray cover. I just don't have books with gray covers. The next prompt is to read a classic or a retelling, and for this one I'm going to read Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. I've been meaning to read this for a while. I was torn between this one and Murder on the Orient Express, but I've had this one for longer, so I figured I'd read it first. I think they honestly don't know a lot about it. I think these 10 people get stranded on an island, and then one by one they start dying, and there's like a poem. I don't know if it was an original poem. No, it's not. It's by Frank Green, 1869, where it's like talking about how 10 different people die, and then there were one, but then there were none. And I'm hoping it's gonna be dark. I've never read an Agatha Christie book. My brain was like, I loved her in Doctor Who. But she was actually a person, not a character, and so I'm quite looking forward to this one. The 5th prompt is a book with ghosts. I don't really have any books that have ghosts. Like, there are other supernatural creatures, but not ghosts. And this one might also count for the love triangle. I honestly don't know, but I'm going to read The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. There went my paper. But I know this is like private school, and there's this one girl, and then there's these 4 dudes, all of which are supposed to be really cute or something, and there's magic, and there's a mystery, and I don't know if there's a love triangle or not. Honestly don't know, but I chose this one because it says there are only 2 reasons a non-seer would see a spirit on St. Mark's Eve. Either you're his true love or you killed him. And there's like a clairvoyant mom who sees soon to be dead. And so like, because I don't have any other books that have ghosts, that I'm just counting this one toward that prompt. The 6th prompt is the group book, and that is Horrid by Katrina Lino. I don't actually have this book. I requested it from the library, but whether or not it'll get here by then, I don't know. But Bear said that it applies for, I think they said ghosts, gray cover, and then they said one more. I forget what they said. But that may or may not get here by the time the readathon starts, and it's probably even then at the bottom of my list. I don't know what it's about. I don't remember what they said. So that was my TBR for the first round of the Last Great American Readathon. I will link Bear's channel and announcement video in the description, so make sure to check that out and subscribe to them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the little bell so you get notified whenever I upload. If you're participating in this readathon, tell me down in the comments what you plan on reading, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.